Hello, my friends. Good afternoon, good evening, good day. How are you? Hey, teacher Magali. Hey, Shana. Let me ask you to join me. Good, you are here already. Hey, Shana, beautiful
Hi,
Shana.
hello,
How are
hello.
you? Hey, beautiful Magali.
Hi there.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good
Thank you so
morning,
much.
Paishana.
Good
It's you in
morning.
New Jersey. It's good morning yet. It's here,
I
it's noon.
11. Right,
11, right.
11:03 now. Right.
Yeah. Here is very cold. I don't know how is there in New Jersey, Shana? Is it cold?
It's hot. It's 80 something degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's good. It's
Wow.
good yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
Hmm.
Still, but it's a
Hello, teacher
very nice
Magali.
temperature. Yeah.
Nice
Hi,
temperature.
Magali.
That's good. Yeah. Hi, Magali. How are you doing? I like you in your green, Brazilian green.
She
Yeah,
can't
I
hear.
think
I
Magali
think
is
she
not
can't
listening
hear.
to us.
Hmm.
Magali, are you listening to us? Magali? Magali, you are not listening to us? Huh? She looks puzzled. Say something. No, no, no voice, and then you don't listen to us. Hmm. Sorry, Magali, maybe you need to start again or try your headset. Maybe it's your headset.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
maybe right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shana,
Right.
so happy to last time we were together when you shared your story, and then it was so amazing. So how
Mm-hmm.
you overcame so
Uh-huh.
many hardships you had. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad you returned
Mm-hmm.
because I know your story is still a lot to tell. We have a lot to learn from you. So let
I
me
hope that
let me
yeah.
let me invite Magali here. Just a second. Yeah. Okay, let's see if she comes and you can listen to
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I was thinking maybe you can just give her like a very short version. Hey, Magali, are you there? Can you
Mm-hmm.
listen to us?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep. Yep.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Excellent. Finally.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. You know, uh, I learned my English with more American people and Magali with British people, and her English is more British.
Oh, you think
And
so? I'm glad to
yes,
hear that.
yes, it's nice.
It's a beautiful
It's
English.
different.
Beautiful.
I love British English.
Yes, and then and Shana American English and
Right.
mine Italian English.
Macaroni.
Macaroni English.
Oh, Marley, you're so nice. No, it's not. Oh, come
Yeah.
on. All of us are
Okay.
here just because you have this history of overcoming, even in this area, isn't it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes. Yes, I really had a hard time in learning. I'm still learning, but we can teach what we learn. We all together here are English teachers. Um, Shana is not working as a teacher anymore. Now she's a nurse,
Uh-huh.
and then she's gonna tell you later how she became a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
A
I'm curious about that.
nerd.
But
Mm-hmm.
before we continue, Shana, I
Mm-hmm.
was wondering, do you know what day is today?
Today?
Today is August 13th. Mm. In Brazil, they have this kind of superstition that is 13 is not a good number. Some people they
Exactly.
have like a building floors. They have 12, then they skip and go to 14. Some buildings they are so like worried about these kind of lucky things, superstition things, a bad number. They don't use the number 13. And in August they say also is the month of the crazy dogs. And then these two things together, oh, this is a terrible day. So I didn't realize that it was this day today. But for us, that we are free from those kinds of superstition, I want to read you. I was looking for something to read today about what we really trust, because I see many people, they don't trust in God at all. Oh, that's fake. But they trust in stupid things like those things. And then they are very superstitious. And then why they don't believe in God and believe in those things? So I prefer to believe in our big God, creator of the universe, that also came to rescue us with Jesus Christ and give us purpose and life and
Amen.
freedom from all the things. So we can trust that. So let me read it here before we continue. It is
Oh,
Psalm 16. I would encourage you to read Psalm
wow. I was.
16. Yeah. And then in Psalm 16, we have, keep me safe, my God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing. I have no lucky. I have no bad things. I have everything in you, Lord. So the verse says, you are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing. This is in my translation. In Portuguese translation, they say lucky. You sustain my lucky, like literally, you sustain my lucky. So
Exactly.
what does it mean? God is the one that's holding us. So let's trust in the winner. Let's trust in the Lord. He is the winner. He is our God that can sustain us. And don't be holding those things that put us afraid. We have been so much in this time now, pandemic, virus, etc. People are afraid, scared, getting crazy.
Exactly.
So we need hope. We need hope. That's why you're here, right, Magali?
Exactly. And we need to remind that all of us that we can rely on God. Uh, we do not need, you don't need to be afraid. We
Mm-hmm.
do not need to be afraid of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I see that people say, oh, today is Friday 13th. It's a bad luck day, but we do not to be afraid. That's so
No.
glad to remember this all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how is that in United States, in New York area, New Jersey area. I don't know if people believe in that, Shana. I don't know how is that. But it's a good opportunity to point to God. Even some bad things is still used to point to God, our Savior, that save us from these things. All right. I cannot hear you, Shana. I cannot hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How about,
Mm.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Now it's okay. Now it's
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let's do
Was it?
welcome to our friends here. We have Nadia, we have
Nadia
Paulo,
is my friend.
Felipe,
Paulo is
yeah,
also my friend.
Juliana.
Né?
Oh, Magali's friend. Oh,
Oh,
Magali, you
wow.
have such
Yeah.
wonderful friends.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think I have my sister-in-law
Nadia was my
too,
student
Denise,
indeed. Nadia
joining
was
us.
my student in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my sister-in-law, I think, joining us. Hi, Denise.
I
Yeah.
saw
So
someone
thank you
with
for
your last
coming.
name. That's why I said,
Yeah,
Denise,
someone
right?
yeah, 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 I have my sister-in-law. Yeah.
Good.
That's
Okay,
great.
good, good,
Yeah,
good, good,
great.
good, good, good.
Yeah, I
Wow.
turn, yeah. I am not sure about the August 13th in the U.S. I'm really
Yeah,
not
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
updated about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn that to be our good day. Okay?
Right,
Let's turn this
right,
traditional. It's not a bad day.
right,
It's a good
right.
day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because
Right.
God can make any trash a treasure.
Right. I have my T-shirt
Any bad
saying,
luck into a good luck. Right?
Happy thought today.
Ah, but it's in the opposite side. What's
Oh, the
written
opposite
there?
side. Yes, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts for today.
Ah,
It's
happy
written.
thoughts.
Yeah, happy
Ah,
thoughts for today. Yeah.
yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes. I like your t-shirt. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Happy thoughts are today.
Right.
Because what we believe, if you believe in this, that influences your humor, your mood, and then it influences your attitude. Then you are, walking out afraid of living.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
So that's why you need
Exactly.
to transform our minds. The Bible says you need to transform
Exactly.
our minds. And then we need God's word to transform our minds in a positive mind, not because we think we are superpower women, but He is a superpower God. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, Shana, tell us how, just a little bit, just like 5 minutes, when you left, you were born in
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
What's your age? Tell me a little bit until you get to United States.
Oh, in Taiwan, what I told the last time, yeah. So I shared that I live into when I was 8 years old when my parents, my mom brought me to the United States. Actually, it was an official immigration to the United States, to Brazil. I'm sorry, to Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was uh, a nice childhood, but I really don't remember that much, about. It was like I said, I shared the time that I missed so much my father. He was like 3 years, far from us. I was my mom was very busy taking care of my brothers and sisters, and then we were leaving my current parents' house in the countryside. So I just remember my grandpa used to pick me up in the school with his bicycle. So I used to
Mm-hmm.
sit at the back of his bicycle. I used
Mm-hmm.
to play in the little village. There were different, and it's a very countryside. I went back in 2019, 2007, 2019. I was surprised. It's not still much better than now than the in the past 30 years ago, but it's still some thing is still very like how do I say it? It's like old,
Mm-hmm.
but that's how I that's the place I came from. um
Yeah.
I was
You
a
said you were 80 when you came to Brazil, right?
Yeah, and at that
And
time,
then you had a hard time learning Portuguese, right?
oh yeah, that's right. I had a really using most of the time gestures to communicate with friends in the school. A lot, yeah. So it was a very difficult time. Yeah,
Some people commented to some people commented with me, oh, so that last guest you had, oh my goodness, it was hard for her to learn Portuguese. So yes, you see,
exactly.
yeah. So it's not only us that we have problems to learn another language.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Yes.
it was a
Mm-hmm.
nice initiative and a nice example from
Yeah.
you. The guys keep struggling, keep pushing on learning a
You,
second or
Mm-hmm.
third language. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
so much, Shana.
yeah. I appreciate, yeah, like I said, a teacher that who really stay for free, to help me, like a tutoring me,
Mm-hmm.
in Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
But I really took a little bit until second grade. I was still having difficulty to test. I was not very good at test. I was not understand at all. So I really, it's just hard. It's different nowadays, right? With kids that they don't learn language, you just send to the speech therapist. You see what's going on with the kids. But not that time there was no therapy, so you got to really
No
push
extra
yourself.
help, right?
And
Yeah.
I didn't have help. My mom, she didn't speak Portuguese, so the only thing that she helped me was math. That she was good at math. So the math, I had no problem math.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And then,
And
but the other
Shana,
thing, yeah, it was hard.
how did you learn English though? You learned Portuguese. How old you when you start learning English? Tell me about your
Well,
experience with
see,
English.
Good question.
yeah, when I was a teenager, I really, really love to watch movies. So I think I share, right? I learned most of my English learning watching movies. So that time the movies, English was impressing. I don't know. I think I had a desire to learn, but I didn't know how. So I used to memorize sentence phrases, things that they say that I like it. I used to memorize them. So I told my mom that I wanted to learn, but there was the school, a public school. I used to attend public school, so the English was really
Mhm.
not that good. So my
Mhm.
mom, me and my another friend, a girlfriend, and we starting in like a private school in a small like a school in the city. So we used to go. And the first, I think my first English class, it was British professor. It's from a teacher from England. Yeah, I learned. I didn't like that much. The class, it was like a six people, so like a once or twice a week in the city. But
Mhm.
then after that, I changed a couple of schools. But then when I got to the college, I really stopped learning English. So like I said, in um, when I was 29, 30, when I came to the US for the second time, I was so frustrated I couldn't speak. I was understanding a lot, but I couldn't communicate. So that was my decision when I came back to visit. Now I'm gonna, I have to learn this language. So that's how I started. Yeah, learning English.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
So you said
attending,
watching movies was a big deal.
huh? What's that?
Watching movies was a big deal for
A
you. Was the
lot
way you learn
watching
more.
movies. I loved it. That was not time that there's no internet connect. There was no internet. Everything
Mhm.
was difficult. And I remember my brother-in-law sent me that time a machine from the United States, so that you could watch the movie. You connect the two TVs. So my husband helped me, so you could have a subtitle in English. That was the best thing. That was 20 years or 30 years ago. You could watch the
Mm.
movie with the subtitle in English. That time there was no subtitle at all. It's
Mm.
only
Mm.
Portuguese. So I turned off in Portuguese. I said I'm gonna learn English. So that's how I start learning reading the subtitle in English. Yeah.
Shana, we have a one friend me of mine here is called Jusilene,
Uh huh.
and she's from Goiás. Is a new friend, and then she joined us. She
Hi.
really said, I really needed to learn English. And then
You see?
she was talking about watching movies, how also movie can help. But how did you use them? Maybe you can help Jusilene to learn better how to use the movie to learn English.
Hmm. I think a movie, it's if you like the movie like me, like to watch movie, I love watching movie. But you have to watch movie that you like. If you don't like that
Okay.
movie, you you're not gonna learn anything. So I used to watch a movie that I like. I used to choose it, actor, actress, performance, which one I like it.
Yeah, sure.
So I would watch that movie several times because I like the
Mm-hmm.
movie so much. So I know even the script, the plot, what they're saying. I started kind of memorizing what they're saying. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it was interesting. So you have to
Yeah,
really
you can
enjoy.
even memorize, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the next
interesting.
sentence he's gonna say. So I was like a kind of, oh, he's gonna say this. So I was repeating.
Uh-huh.
And then one thing I was good by repetition. I like repeat, and then I really very perfectionist. I wanted to repeat and learn the accent. So whatever they say, the expression, I would do the same thing. The expression,
Mm-hmm.
what? What? I would say
Okay,
what?
okay. So you tried to repeat some words, some phrases they used to say. Yeah, using
Exactly.
this,
Yeah.
trying the same expression. Yeah,
Right.
that's a
Right.
tip. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's one of
Good,
the
good.
tips.
Yeah.
Watching movie. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think we can remember here the guys when we were talking to teacher Sam that I think all of us from the times of the Speak Up magazine, right?
Uh-huh.
Where they have
Uh-huh.
those tapes after
Yes, yes,
sometimes CDs we
yes.
could hear. And we were speaking China, and I remembered that we used to rent the movies, and the dream of us was to see the movies but no subtitles. And nowadays, the students have Netflix.
Right.
Come on, it's so easy,
Much easier,
right?
right? Much easier.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. They
Yeah, you
have
choose the
Netflix.
language.
They can do exactly. Yeah, they choose
Mm-hmm.
it. And
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, the students ask me, teacher, what do you recommend me? Of course, I told them. I recommend the British series, of course, The Crown.
Now
My
you're gonna have
favorite
an argument.
of all times.
Another thing that's
Yes.
important, I don't know if you like music. Music also, I listen a lot of music. A lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
lyrics. I would
Mm-hmm.
go
Me
for the
too.
lyrics and to read the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
right? The good music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then also I had a videotape in the car. I used to listen story, audio book, stuff like that, audio. I like audios.
Audiobooks,
Yeah,
audiobooks.
audio.
Uh-huh.
But
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen, preach, sermon, in the car in English or something on, so I can learn. Start. I'm driving. I'm listening. English. So I use all the sense. Like auditive, visual, everything. That's how I learn everything. Yeah, I used to learn.
Wow.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
visual learner also, and auditive. I listen a lot. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how I learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know what I do also, Shana?
Mm.
I put my GPS in English.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
even here in São Paulo, people when they hear my GPS saying something and they said, "What she's talking about?" I said, "Well, it's my GPS in English." And then why that? You see, because one of the most difficult things to understand in English is direction, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
direction is really hard, and then you are usually tense. You are usually don't want to lose your way, trying to find where you're supposed to go, and then
Exactly.
if you don't hear clearly, you can be lost. And then I said, huh, using GPS, my brain now is used with GPS in English. So became my GPS first language. You understand? So every time I hear, immediately I answer the directions, the
Mhm.
instructions,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know? So
Mhm.
it's another tip. Put your,
Mhm.
like, of course, if you really don't want to be lost, and you are lost, you don't want a language you don't understand, of course. But my suggestion is, like,
Exactly.
if you go to a work, for instance, you go every day, you know the way. So you don't need the GPS. If you go to the school or any place you
Um,
already know, your routine, you know already. So put the GPS, so he teaches you how to guide you. And then when they say, turn right, then the next to right. And then you know you're supposed to turn right because you know the way. And I said, oh right, must be this. Okay. Then you understand the direction. Okay, so that your brain start connecting also synesthesia, like a movement with your word. So helps you. So it's a suggestion for you. Put your
Mhm.
GPS in it.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's a good way. That's a good way to
It's a
do it.
good way.
Shana, I have a question. I know that in US, American people are really the directions oriented, like they are really north, south, west. This doesn't happen here in Brazil.
Mhm.
We are not
Mhm.
this way oriented when you need to go to those
Mhm.
places.
Mhm.
And was this part of your original culture, or was something else you had to learn when you moved to US?
In terms of north south, a little bit, but it's since in Brazil. My husband's very very map. How to say it? geographic, very oriented. Especially men, they are good, right? North, south. If you
Brazilians are
ask the women,
not.
they don't know where's north and south.
I am. I always was. Yes, yes. Yeah,
They
I always
laugh.
was.
They laugh at me. So I was really difficult. So what I do is I try to get the, so I'm a visual learner. So I try to point something that I can remember, something tall. That's what we all do, right? Building or something that I could see it, that, oh, that's pointing to north or south. So I try to visualize a little bit more. We wire different, so we learn different ways. So in the past we use a map, everything. So my husband used it to teach me, this north south. That's how you will never get lost if you know where's north south, east and west. So here I really try to visualize, not depend on. He said, if you I think a GPS or our phone, it's so easy, so it's so helpful, but we wanted to be more independent. So what about if one day I forget myself? Would you be able to go home, or come home, or go to some place to get? So I try to really memorize, not use it that much. So yeah,
Mhm,
but I
mhm,
have to learn. I really have to learn. This is very important,
mhm,
especially here.
mhm,
My goodness, it's so huge. The city, the
Exactly.
highways, so many
mhm,
highways here. If you don't know the direction
mhm.
the highway are pointing to, you really get lost. And to make U-turn, you take forever. We take
Yes.
forever to
Exactly.
make a
That's why
U-turn to
I
come
ask.
back,
I
right?
know.
Yeah. You can't make mistakes. So even with the GPS, I really pay attention where I have to exit, where I have to go. Because if I made one mistake, I will take like 15, 20 minutes to come back to the
Mhm,
original
mhm,
place. Yeah. So this is the,
mhm,
and then I use only attention GPS here. When I watch, I listen a lot. I put the audio. I listen like Mali does, right? I watch the signs, and then what is written. I then try to compare with my cell phone. It's will match the direction. I do that a lot. So my eyes like moving a lot.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
that's
mhm.
a.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point about
because,
maps,
for
Magali.
example,
Mhm. Go
exactly,
ahead, go ahead, go
exactly. You
ahead,
know
go ahead.
why? Because when I lived in the Middle East, we had something common with Brazilian people. They are not this way oriented. I mean, Arab people are not oriented by maps. So just to have an idea, the country where I used to live, we don't have addresses. And the post office says we needed to go to the post office to pick up the letters, to pick up, for example, the parcels we had.
Mhm,
So we don't have a mailman. You see this? Sounds so weird. We don't have these services of mailman going to our homes, to
mm,
delivery the parcels or letters. So that means that we don't have zip codes. We don't have an address like the street, the name, the number, the street. No.
Wow. Wow.
So wherever I needed to go to any place, I need to indicate where the place I need to be was near to. So I need to go to that place, near that place. So the taxi driver need to be, wow, amazing. So it was one way that I had to learn Arabic because I need to explain where I needed to go. I mean, when I was taking a taxi, I was obligated to. So it was a challenge for me. It was an overcoming. And sometimes my friends here, they say, "Oh, you speak Arabic." I can say that I speak Arabic like 25%, something like this. And people say, "No, you speak very well." I say, "You know why? I had to survive. I needed to
wow,
learn. I need to go to the places." So
mhm,
I had some friends, some colleagues, they are Americans or other countries, and they are so easily oriented, Shana, using Google Maps. And I still had difficulties to, to find myself in the maps and directions, but they don't have those problems. That's why I ask you, how was, I mean, difficult or easy for you? Because, I mean, I really could identify myself with the Arab people. They don't get oriented by maps, and
Mhm.
I know that this can be a challenge.
Yes, it's too
Mhm.
challenging. Yeah.
Yes, it is a old time way to do it, but it's still current in many countries. Still, even in a countryside. And then you say you take this road and you're gonna see two big tall, two big trees, like an oak tree, okay? Or in Brazil we don't have oak trees, but we have other trees. And then you turn right, then you're gonna find a blue house. Then you take left. So they give you this kind of directions, and then you need to memorize that before you leave home. You left home, right, Magali? You need to memorize the
Exactly.
sentences before you left home. Did you write also the in a paper?
Exactly. It also,
You
I can say that I had to study everything that I needed to say before leaving home. You know,
wow.
how can I say this? How can I say that? What can I say? I had to go after all the words. I mean, it's
Mm,
sacrificial when you start living in a country where the language, the local language, is not the language that you already know. So
Mm-hmm.
everything I needed to study before, if I needed to request water or gas, anything, how can I say this? How can I say that? How can I go there? It was really stressful. I need to learn
mhm,
everything beforehand.
mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Or you
what
learn
you
or you
said
learn.
about GPS, you can really you can be in places there is no internet connection, so your signal it doesn't work. The signal of your cell phone doesn't work. So you need to have a
Exactly.
plan B.
Exactly.
I think he was right, Shana. You need to also see in the map. So your husband is really my father. You know, he didn't go to a school, only the elementary, but he was a very smart man, mathematician. Um, it's
Well,
amazing how smart he was. And then he loved maps. So we grew up loving maps. So I am one of the exception that loves maps. I can be entertained just looking for maps. I love global. I have a global here, all kinds of maps. And then when
I
you,
know
okay,
this.
I need to go that place. Even if GPS show you, or say, what's the GPS option? And then you see the GPS. Then you go to the map and study the map. We are so lazy. I think we needed to study the map before leaving home. So if your GPS doesn't work, you know what to do. You need to have a plan B. The
Right.
problem is so like we never have plan B. We need to have a plan B to not be lost forever. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's a good option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I remember I was in South Carolina, and a friend of mine lent me his car to visit an old friend. And then she gave me her GPS. He gave me his GPS. But when I was, it was like when I went, when I was returning to his house, didn't stop working, and I was lost. In the United States, in a highway, it's not like a countryside, in a highway. And I said, oh my God, I don't know where I am. I don't know. Nothing is working here. I didn't have my own cell phone because for another country, didn't work. So I was counting on his GPS. I didn't know I couldn't call anybody. So I stopped at the next gas station, a convenience place, and then I asked help. Please help me. I need to go to this town. I need to, and it was a little far, and some people, where? I don't know where. Hmm. But finally, I keep trying. I kept trying. Please help me. I need to go. I don't have the address, but I know that. I didn't get the address. where I was staying,
Wow.
but I knew the name of the town. I said, as soon as I get the town, I remember how to get there, but I need to get the town. So I finally somebody helped me. Okay, you take this, it was very early in the morning, like 7 in the morning. And then people were kind of, they spend the night, like those people like very bad humor, this kind of people. And then he kind of say, you take this way and then turn this and this. And then he instructed me how to get there verbally. Do you understand? Verbally. That's why I'm suggesting you to use your GPS as exercise. Because when somebody say, oh, okay, you go there, straight there, turn left, turn right, and take the second exit, things like this, your brain is already used with these terms, okay? And you get lost, you know how to manage, the situation, right? And then I finally, when I got to the city, I said, oh, I think I remember this. Yeah, I think I remember, oh, I take this. And then you needed to remember some signs, some buildings, some sightseeing. You needed to pay attention where you are walking, where you're driving. These details can help you to find yourself again, So
Shana, have you
interesting.
ever been in a situation like this? I mean, being completely lost when you were in US, for example,
Oh my,
Oh, in São
yeah,
Paulo?
yeah, my
or in
God.
São Paulo? Good.
I just don't remember the getting lost, but then I really have to calm down, because I really parked. I don't know. I don't remember. I just in situations like that, I tend to get a little bit anxious and panic. So I know me well, so I really park the car and then take a deep breath and wait and start thinking. I really take a deep breath, start thinking, where am I? What I'm gonna do? I start making plans because I know I have learned this to as a coping skill for me, to not get desperate. If I don't have internet or can, I think there was a time that internet didn't connect. I couldn't come home. I don't know how to, what highway to get. I didn't know what to do. I was literally, I have to be the place. I don't recall the time, but I remember I waited for a little while. I stayed in the car and I pray, I pray. And then after that, my internet connection came back, So I really wait. I don't stay in the highway going like a crazy and getting, panic, So I really parked the car. I wait for a while
That's a
until
good
I
idea.
come down. Until I come down, I can start thinking,
Hmm.
yeah, what am I gonna do
Hmm.
now?
You
Hmm.
you made me remember a situation that I was, and then when Marley was speaking, um, and this situation was when you had no idea about, Google Maps, GPS, blah, nothing. I remember that I was going to the house of a person, a house of a friend. Ah, Marley, Susie. I was going to Susie's house.
Okay. Hmm.
And then was night. I was leaving the subway. I don't know. I think Shana, you know São Paulo City well. I was leaving the subway, Marechal Deodoro Station,
Mm,
Hmm.
mm,
9 p.m.
wow.
So if you know those areas, wow,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heavy.
that's really
Heavy.
terrifying.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, we must be really threatened and afraid, of course, all reasons for that. São Paulo City is a dangerous city, mainly at night. And I remember that I had to go to a place um, because I had said to this friend, I need to go to your home, so you both take taxi. And she said, no, no, don't go to my home. I'm not home anymore. I'm already in this place where you need to be. So I was desperate because I didn't have the address of the place where we're supposed to be. Okay. I tried to, like you, Shana, not panic at all, but it was impossible. So in that moment, something amazing happened, girls. When I was leaving the subway station, a taxi was coming and, pulling over. And I didn't have requested, didn't give the signal for the taxi driver. And I remember my sister had put some money on my hand, take a taxi. But I knew that the money wasn't enough for a taxi in São Paulo City at night. Double price. Yeah. Is what we say the flag number 2, okay? It's double price.
Right.
Remember this, Shana? So what happened is the taxi driver pulled over. He simply opened the door. He took the suitcase from my hand. He put in the trunk. He opened the door of the taxi and simply pushed me into the taxi. And I was so confused, girls, saying, hey, I don't know the address. I only knew that was a little street, a very, tight street. Only this. This is the only thing I could say. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, you are getting freeze.
Yeah.
I think she was stuck in the aisle. Okay. Hey, look there. I have Samuel here in the group, Magali. Our teacher Sam.
Oh,
He's here.
teacher Sam is
Hey,
here.
Sam.
Oh, my
How are
goodness.
you? I'm glad you're
Nice.
here.
Such privilege for us. Such
Yeah.
privilege for us. Teacher Sam, welcome.
Yeah. We have Carlos
Okay.
Quintiliano, my friend. So good to have you here. Let's see who else is coming.
Did
We
you see
have
Lorena?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, German. I don't know if it's your friend. Yeah. You have
And Lorena was
Pedro.
here.
Pedro Bacará. Very good. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, good. Let's continue. I'm sorry, Magali. Are you ready to continue your trip?
Yes, please. So, I only can say that the taxi driver drove me exactly to the place that I needed to be, with just a little explanation.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I was amazed
Wow.
because the amount of money was exactly the amount of money that I had in my hands. The only thing that I can say, it was an angel from God.
Yes.
He was an
Wow.
angel. And the only explanation that I can give, when we are completely lost, when we have no idea what to do, God will guide us. And God sent an angel for guiding me.
Wow.
It was my
Oh.
first experience being attended by an angel.
Wow.
I don't know if you girls had this experience, but it was
Mhm.
exactly what happened to me.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was an angel also, Magali. I have another story to tell you. You remind me something.
So tell us.
First, let me say about, I was thinking about a Bible verse in the book of Proverbs, 3:6. They say, recognize God in your ways and he will make your path straight. So anytime we are lost, really lost physically, or even lost in our mind, in our situation, or what to do with our lives. So whatever, psychological lost, mental lost, or emotional lost, or physical lost, we can trust God will. When you remember His presence,
Amen.
I said, recognizing Him in your way, whatever you are. I
Amen.
said, you are here. You are everywhere. And I know you are here with me. Please, God, help me. Give me a light. Open my eyes to see the way to get there, where I'm supposed to go. And God
Amen.
is always ready to answer your request. Trust in the Lord anytime you feel lost. So I need to say that because I love that Bible verse. So I was in Switzerland, in Zurich.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
Nice.
And
fancy you
then
are,
I
my
was
friend.
coming back.
Beautiful place.
Yes, very beautiful. I was coming
She's
back
so
to Milan.
fancy.
Yes, to Milan, where I was staying. So I went to visit Swiss, a little town, 2 hours from Zurich. And then I was returning from Zurich to Milan. And then when I knew that time, it was really sharp like this. You're gonna get there this time. You need to run to get the other train this time because everything is very precise. It's Swiss sharpness, right? And then
Okay.
I left the train and I ran to find a number two place aisle. I don't know how to say platform for the train. And
Mm.
I looked at and I went to the number two. There is not Milan. It was a weird German name I didn't recognize. I don't know German. I said, "What is that? Oh my goodness, it's not my train. It's not my train. Where I go?" I said, "Please help me. Please, do you know this?" And I was showing the ticket. Please, please, please help me. That was people avoiding
Mm.
me and nobody helped me.
Mm.
And I say,
Oh
"Oh
my
my goodness, I'm
goodness.
gonna lose my train. It's the last train tonight. Oh my goodness, what I do? I'm gonna sleep in the train station." Oh my goodness. And then somebody I asked me, please, one man look at it, okay, is downstairs or upstairs. No, upstairs is upstairs. I forgot Zurich has the train station has two platforms. So imagine two
Wow.
stairs, not two platforms, two stairs. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a
Two
huge
floors.
train
Mm-hmm.
station.
Mm-hmm.
Two steps, two floors. I mean, two floors, two
Mm-hmm.
floors. Oh, and then I forgot when I arrived, I needed to go down to get the train. And then I supposed to have to go up to get my train back, but I forgot that. So I was downstairs looking for my platform. And then a man came and said, "Oh, it's upstairs." So I run and I run. And then he took me escalator. He took me to the escalator. And then when I was in the escalator, my backpack suddenly opened,
Mm.
and then
Wow.
I had my Bible in my backpack. And then my Bible came and rolled down,
Wow. So you
down
drop it. You
there. And
drop.
then I was late and lost. And then when I looked back, the guy saw. And then he picked the my Bible and asked me, "Excuse me." So he opened my backpack, he put inside, closed it, and he took me my arms here, and he brought me into the train.
Wow.
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 Into the train. So as soon as I got in the train, the door they behind me.
Wow,
I said,
Marie.
"Oh my God, that was an angel. It was such a
For
wonder. Holy
sure.
Smile just
For
showed up.
sure.
You
For
I
couldn't.
sure.
said,
You didn't
wow."
have time. You didn't have time to say thank you or say, "Hey, what's your name?" Or
No,
say,
no,
nothing.
he just threw me inside the train. And as soon
In
as I
time.
entered,
In
they
time.
closed it.
The door
Oh
closed.
my
In
goodness.
time to get. Wow.
And
In
then there
time.
was a woman sitting in front of me. I said, "I almost lost this train. And then she said, "Yeah, yesterday I lost." And she's from Germany. So her problem was not the language, it was the get lost in the station because she was German and then she also lost in the station. I said, "Really? You did get lost here?" "Yes, I got lost here. Now I needed to come back home and then return today to try to get Milan again." I said, "Oh, interesting. Okay." Not only
Wow.
me.
Wow.
You see?
You see.
But
Yes.
Wow.
that's why I say sometimes when we get lost, God
Mhm.
Himself come.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
He comes and give us
Mhm.
direction. It was
Mhm.
exactly what
Yes.
happened to
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I remember this. I mean, when I
Mhm.
remember, I only could realize was an angel helping me.
Mhm.
I mean, much later.
Mhm.
That, when you stop and remember, so wow, there's something amazing. For sure, it was an angel.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure.
Hmm.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Was it
yes, yes,
how can
yes.
be
Uh,
desperate? Yeah.
um, I have a friend. We traveled together to Asia, and then we didn't understand a word in the streets. And then she took pictures when we left home. She took pictures of the name of the streets everywhere.
Mm.
And then, so when you return, she showed to the bus driver, "We, please." And he showed she didn't know even to say please in the language. Okay, we didn't know a word in that language. And then she just
Wow.
showed the picture of the streets. And oh, okay. So he took us there. It's
You
another
gotta
tip.
trust, right?
Take pictures. Take
Nice
pictures.
strategy.
You gotta
Yes.
trust. Yeah.
Marley,
Wow.
I'm going to try to leave and then return to the live because my signal is not good.
No, you're
Yeah?
But
good.
it's
Please you
okay,
You're
accept
good.
Magali.
feedback.
I don't think
Magali
so.
is okay
No,
for you. No?
Yeah.
your image is frozen for me. Your
Oh.
image now is
Okay.
frozen for
Oh.
me. Just a
Oh.
moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Shana,
Mhm.
uh, we would love to learn your adventure. How did you get into United States and then this new career you studied and you are working now? But I don't know if you have time enough today. And then
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
I think I'm doing by purpose because I want you back next time.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
I really enjoy you together with us and learn your
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
So
Sure. Sure. Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
and then I was wondering, maybe as you were talking about this getting lost on the streets,
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know if Samuel is there yet. Is Samuel
Mhm.
here yet, or he left? Samuel, would you like to? Do you have an experience? This is teacher Samuel. Did you have an experience getting lost a place, and how did you find in another country, or this experience being found, God helping you? If you do,
Mhm.
let me
Mhm.
know if you want, okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
If you want to join, if you have to share a story, and I'd like
Mhm.
you to share. So you can meet teacher Samuel also, Shana.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Mhm.
yeah. Teacher
I saw
Samuel
him the
learned
other.
English a lot by himself, mostly by
Wow,
himself. Yeah.
amazing, amazing. I saw him the
Uh-huh.
video,
Hmm.
the other day. Yeah,
Hmm.
wow,
Hmm.
that's
You saw?
amazing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think yeah, learning English is the it's dependent. Allow yourself to. It's not just the teacher do they do their part, but then we really have to really develop
Hmm.
push ourselves
Hmm.
and see what our strength. What
Hmm.
can we learn? What way we can learn
Hmm.
better? Like I said,
Hmm.
through audio, through visual, and think that you will really enjoy doing. I think it's easier to learn,
Hmm.
right? It's like in the school, right? There's the topics that
Hmm.
you like, history or biology,
Hmm.
you like it, you learn, But if you don't like it, it's hard to learn. Yeah. So
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
she's back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
back.
there.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm freezing now. Yeah, because it's cold here, Magali. That's why I'm freezing. I froze because yes, I feel like I'm freezing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Very good. I was telling her, Magali, because she has a wonderful story on how she turned to be another professional, how she studied, how,
Mhm. Mhm.
the one
Mhm.
that didn't know any English, how she's struggling studying in the United States and now having another profession there.
Mhm.
So I think we should give her another time together. What do you think, Magali? Yeah,
All right.
Please,
it's
completely
cute.
supported. You can say that again. Shana conquered our hearts.
Yes, 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 yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yes.
I love Ishana's story, very
Mhm.
encouraging.
Mhm.
And
Me too.
yeah, so it's interesting about this getting lost and be found, right?
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then we don't need to get lost. I
Mhm.
mean, we get lost. And then Jesus said he came to bring back the lost sheep. Jesus said that. So
Mhm.
only when you recognize we are lost, then you can be found.
Mhm.
Have especially some
Exactly.
husbands, they are driving, they don't want to recognize they are lost. I don't know, Magali, if you had that experience. And then I said, we are
Oh
lost?
gosh, I'm not
No,
married,
we
but
are
I know
not.
the men, they don't like to ask for
We're not.
directions.
Don't even
Why
ask.
don't you stop? Why don't you stop, ask somebody for direction? And they say, no, no, I know what I'm doing. It's here. And then they don't stop to ask people.
And I keep getting
Drives me
lost.
crazy.
I keep getting lost. You get
They
mad.
keep
I
lost.
keep getting lost. I said, "Are you sure where you are?" Are you
Stop.
They hesitate so much. Why, man, do like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
imagine Magali have Magali no, but Shana had experienced that. No,
Yeah.
no loss. I don't want to ask. I don't want to
Yeah.
ask. I don't know why men don't like to ask for information. I don't know why.
Not
I
even
don't want to
asking.
understand the reason.
You don't think I don't know where I
It's
don't know.
common for the gender.
The gender, right? The
Yeah,
gender.
All
yeah.
the men, wherever they are, no matter the origin.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
but when I think the only way to get where we want is to recognize we are wrong. That's part of our life.
Exactly.
If you are acting some way, if you are taking some direction, even if you are used to that, always did that way, but you feel you are lost. Come on, recognize you are lost. There is no problem being lost. There is no one in the world that never got lost. Is the only way to be found
Exactly.
if you recognize you are lost. So being proud don't get you anywhere. Do you agree, Shana?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like being
Exactly.
sick, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to
Mhm,
really admit yourself
mhm,
that you're lost.
mhm,
You need someone to.
mhm,
You need someone to help you. And it's the hard thing,
mhm,
right? To ask for help
mhm,
if you need it. You have
mhm,
really
mhm,
speak.
mhm,
Yeah. Be
mhm.
honest. Admit
Be
yourself. Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Be
Be
honest.
honest. I'm
Mhm,
lost. I
mhm,
need help now.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah. And
mhm,
all sort of thing in our lives, it's hard to say, I need help, please. We're just
mhm. Yeah.
afraid to ask. We're afraid to be rejected, to denied. We're afraid that person won't
Mhm,
understand us
mhm,
and won't be
mhm,
ready to help us, or maybe they'll judge us. But how?
mhm,
How can I, you cannot solve the problem. Why are you asking me? Or something like that. We have a lot of like a complex or something, conflict in ourselves, yeah, about our identity that we talked last time, sometimes, the way we are, how people will react if we do this or we ask that, for help.
mhm, mhm.
It's
I
hard.
see.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yes. So the proud is a big deal. So
Yeah,
when you are
yeah.
proud, um, we don't see the problem. It's like, do you know the story of maybe next time, and this time I'll not tell, but next time I talk the new clothes, Emperor New Clothes,
Hmm.
the Anderson, by
Yes.
Anderson. Read that book. Maybe we can
Hmm.
discuss
Hmm.
next time
Hmm.
because he was
Hmm.
wrong. He
Hmm.
was
Hmm.
blind.
Next time you have
Next
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
The
Next time we
denial.
can
I
share
like
about
this
that.
word.
It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
story because everybody saw he was wrong, he was blind, he was lying, he was lost, he was ridiculous. People saw he was ridiculous, but nobody said because he was not ready to admit. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. In denial, always in denial.
always denying.
Deny
Yeah.
yourself.
Hmm.
We say out here a
Hmm.
lot. You in denial, denying that you have this sickness, or you denial. You can't accept that. Hmm. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's an interesting topic. We're always in
Hmm.
denial.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We all need help. All need help. So nobody can do a life
All of
alone.
us.
Nobody can do life alone. Nobody. And nobody should. We were created to be as a family, to be together, community, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
all right.
Exactly.
I'm so glad they're having these three friends together.
Hmm.
And then it's like a tree.
Me
Como que é
too.
mosqueteiro? Mosqueteiro in English,
Oh my
Shana.
God! Oh my God!
How is that?
The
Musketeer,
How would that start?
Musketeers.
Três
The
musketeer,
mosqueteiras.
Musketeers.
musketeers. Yeah,
Musketeers, three
Three
three.
musketeers.
Musketeers.
Yes, 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 yeah.
Exactly.
We are gonna
Yeah.
defending the world. Yeah, yeah, three musketeers together. Together we are
Oh,
strong.
great. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Okay,
right, right.
okay. We already 1 hour here before they cut us. I
Hmm.
just want to thank you so much again, Shana, for joining us.
Hmm.
You know
My
how much
pleasure.
I love your
Thank you,
story, love
Shana.
Thank,
you, love your
thank you for
family.
having me. Thank you for having me. Thank you. It's a
Yes,
pleasure.
yes. Yeah, our
Right.
pleasure
My
to have you
pleasure.
here. Yeah.
Right.
Thank
Right.
you so much, Magali, also for
Thank you.
being
Thank you,
together.
Marley. This
Yeah, my dear buddy. God bless you.
yes, always
God,
together.
God bless you. And don't forget that. Recognize God in your ways, and then He'll make your path straight. Get to the point. If you always have
Amen.
that in mind,
Amen.
you'll be. If you are lost, you will be found by God, by God's love.
Amen.
Okay. God bless you. Bye bye.
God bless you.
Amen.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.